I never imagined that at 62, I'd find myself driving at 11 p.m. through unfamiliar streets of Atlanta, hands trembling on the wheel, heart pounding like it wanted to escape my chest. Just 3 hours earlier, I had passed the corporate high-rise where Elijah Vance had worked for 25 years. The offices were dark, the parking garage empty, and a sign announced renovations starting at 6 p.m. My first thought was that I had the wrong building. But there it was, the sleek logo of the company mocking me in the shadows. I dialed his number, fingers shaking. "How's the project going, my love?" I tried to keep my voice casual, normal, like the devoted wife I had been for 40 years. His reply was instantaneous and rehearsed. "Super busy, Simone. Tokyo project. Don't wait up." And then I heard it, the unmistakable sounds of intimacy. My stomach dropped. My mind, dormant for decades, woke with terrifying clarity. The family GPS app I had insisted we install years ago now revealed the truth. His silver Mercedes-Benz S-Class was blinking in a neighborhood I'd never visited, 40 minutes away. Every mile felt like peeling layers off my own skin, revealing raw, painful truths. The neighborhood was too perfect. Craftsman homes, manicured lawns, antique streetlights glowing golden. Elijah's car sat in front of a deep cobalt blue 2-story house, hydrangeas on the porch, a wooden swing swaying gently. Shadows moved behind lace curtains upstairs dot, and then I saw her, a woman in her mid-40s, hair in a messy bun, wearing a blue silk robe identical to the anniversary gift he had given me. A boy of about 10 appeared beside her, dark, wavy hair, just like Elijah's. They vanished inside. My hands shook. My husband, my 40-year marriage, everything I believed. Reduced to lies, I woke at 5:47 a.m. in my car, neck stiff, eyes swollen. The blue house was still there, proof that my nightmare wasn't imaginary. Elijah's Mercedes was gone. I drove home on autopilot, every traffic light, every curve etched in my memory dot at home. He greeted me normally, briefcase in one hand, donuts in the other. "Morning, my love," he said, flawless in performance. I found a hidden phone in his briefcase, text to another mother. "Don't forget Joe and soccer game." My heart froze. The timeline of betrayal hit me with precise cruelty, 15 years of lies, perfect alibis, stolen inheritance funding his other life. I waited 3 days before confronting reality. I disguised myself, jeans, hooded sweatshirt, baseball cap, sunglasses. At the blue house, I saw Candace with a 6-month-old baby. Elijah Marcus in this life was living a fully parallel family life, perfectly real, perfectly crafted. I hired a private investigator. Everything came to light: marriage certificates, birth certificates, property deeds, offshore accounts. 2 complete lies, funded with my money, executed with meticulous cruelty. I realized it wasn't about revenge. It was about justice. With my son Jamal, daughter Amara, and sister-in-law Patricia, I planned carefully. Legal documents were ready, press contacts prepped, forensic accountants tracing every cent. I returned home to my role as the devoted wife, while silently orchestrating the downfall of a man who had lived 2 lives for decades. Friday arrived like a storm dressed in silk and crystal. Our 40th anniversary dinner at the Gilded Lyre, the most exclusive restaurant in Atlanta, was scheduled for 8 p.m. Elijah had reserved the entire main hall, unaware that his perfect performance was about to be exposed. Crystal chandeliers shimmered above tables dressed in Egyptian linen, adorned with white orchids and red roses, the same colors as my wedding bouquet 4 decades ago. A string quartet played Our Love Is Here to Stay, our first dance song. Weaving nostalgia into the air, I wore a blood-red dress, the one I had chosen for this night, daring, unapologetic. My hair in an elegant updo, revealing the diamond necklace my mother had left me, an heirloom Elijah had never known I recovered. My makeup was dramatic, red lips, smoky eyes. Every detail was calculated. Every gesture a weapon hidden behind elegance. Elijah entered in his navy Italian suit, silk tie, gold cufflinks glinting. He smiled at me, his touch familiar and intimate to the world, but for me, it was ownership masquerading as affection. "You are spectacular," he whispered, helping me with my chair. I smiled, sharp as the blade I had hidden beneath the gown of civility. 50 guests filled the hall, business partners, family, friends strategically placed to witness the unraveling of 40 years of deceit. Jamal and Elena were near the stage, ready to intervene. Amara and her fiancé David had perfect sight lines to the projection screen. Patricia positioned near the exit in case Elijah tried to flee. Every person a pawn in the final act of revelation. Dinner progressed. Elijah had chosen oysters, my favorite, despite hating them. It was another carefully curated gesture of devotion, another lie of the perfect husband. Conversations flowed with Don Perignon from our wedding year, the expensive detail he boasted about multiple times. Guests complimented, unaware of the storm about to erupt. At 9:30, dessert arrived. Belgian chocolates, delicate, rich. Elijah stood, tapping his glass with a knife. The quartet fell silent, all eyes on him. "Dear friends and family," he began, voice rich, rehearsed. 40 years ago, I met a woman who changed my life." Gasps, soft cries, eyes brimming with tears. I almost felt pity for him, but the fire in me was relentless. His speech climaxed as he presented a blue velvet box, eternity diamond band inside. "Simone, will you continue to be my wife for another 40 years? Applause erupted. Phones flashed. The romantic climax, then my voice cut through like crystal breaking. 40 years is a long time. Time enough to know every truth, every lie, or so you think. I pressed my phone against the table. Jamal had connected the audio-visual system. Elijah's voice, captured in conversations with Candace, filled the room. I'm heading home now. Don't worry, she never suspects a thing. The silence was deafening. The champagne glass in his hand slipped, shattered. I continued, revealing the photographs I had meticulously prepared. Elijah with Candace at her wedding. The birth certificate of Jalen listing another man as father. Christmas photos with a family I had never known. Shock rippled across the hall. 40 years living with a bigamist. A criminal, I said, moving deliberately around him. Bigamy is a felony punishable by prison. Sign these documents now, or face a trial that will expose everything. Elijah's face went through a spectrum of disbelief. White, gray, pale. His voice trembled. Simone privately. Jamal interposed. Do not come near my mother. The documents were signed under public scrutiny. Social media exploded within hours. Hashtag Elijah Vance exposed. Press outlets ran stories of bigamy, fraud, tax evasion, each revelation more shocking than the last. Candace, devastated, was guided by me to financial security for her children. Jamal and Amara ensured justice was executed with precision. By sunrise, Elijah's empire collapsed. Offices raided, assets frozen, his reputation shredded. Every lie, every deceit, dismantled in meticulous legal and personal orchestration. And for the first time, I felt the liberation of truth, not revenge, but the reclaiming of a life stolen. The morning after the anniversary dinner, the world outside my hotel suite had shifted. The city's skyline glimmered as if reflecting my own transformation. I didn't sleep that night. I sat on the balcony, the red dress from the night before draped over the chair like a flag of war. My phone vibrated endlessly messages, calls, but I ignored them. This silence was mined up by 6 a.m. Jamal arrived with coffee and his laptop, calm and efficient as ever. The divorce papers are processed. Your father signed them? The joint accounts are frozen, he reported, surgical precision in his tone. Amara arrived next, transforming my suite into a command center. The press embargo would lift in hours. Social media and news outlets buzzed with the story. Elijah Vance, the perfect businessman, the loving husband, exposed as a bigamist and fraud. Within a day, Elijah's empire collapsed. Federal agents seized accounts, offices, luxury watches. The investigation revealed tax evasion, shell companies, forged documents. Jamal handled the legal side like a maestro. Using state bigamy laws, all financial claims by Elijah were nullified. Our house, investments, stock portfolio all passed exclusively to me. The Cayman's account, $3.7 million, recovered under my name, Patricia. My late mother's close friend visited me, aged from worry and shame. Mom always knew something was off, she said. Before she died, she told me to protect you. I realized then that I had been shielded until I was strong enough to reclaim my life. Candace called, voice fractured. Is it true? I explained everything calmly. You and the children are victims too. I'll make sure you are secure financially. She cried but understood. 2 families, 2 sets of children, both spared the cruelty of economic ruin. Weeks passed. Elijah became a pariah, isolated and humiliated. Candace barred him from seeing their children. He lived alone in monotony, a shadow of the man who once controlled everyone around him. And yet, his downfall didn't consume me. The story wasn't about him anymore, it was about Simone. 2 years later, I sat in my new condo in Atlanta, sun streaming through large windows. My art exhibition opened last month, portraits capturing an invented life, the blind wife awakening, the woman reclaiming herself. Critics praised the work, but more importantly, each brushstroke was therapy. Pain transformed into color, anger into texture, deception into liberation. One day, while packing for my trip to Paris, a dream postponed for 40 years, I found a final twist. An envelope from Agent Sterling. My mother's handwriting. Live, my love. Live truly this time. Inside instructions led me to a buried metal box under the old oak tree in my childhood garden. Swiss accounts, wealth beyond measure, untouched by Elijah. I didn't need the money to survive, but I would use it to empower women, fund art scholarships, and honor all Simones trapped in gilded cages. And then came Michael, the retired literature professor from my exhibition, with his warm smile. Ready for our tango class? He asked. I laughed, finally free to live for myself. I was learning tango, Italian, sculpture, wine tasting, everything I had once denied myself. Every day an act of bravery. I looked at my reflection in the mirror. Wrinkles told stories. Gray hairs marked wisdom. Eyes had seen too much, but still shone with hope. The woman staring back at me was not the wife Elijah had tried to control, nor the frightened Simone of 2 months ago. She was real, alive, free. Hello, Simone, I whispered. It's good to finally meet you. And for the first time, I believed it. The past was a story. The present was mine. And the future, bright and unwritten, waited for me with open arms.